Hello everyone, it's Wezi here, back with another video. So in this video, I want to talk about how you can be able to claim as well as seek reimbursement of your IHS fees if you work in a non-clinical job within the NHS or in the health and care industry in the UK. So if you applied under the skilled worker visa and you work in a non-clinical job, let's say you don't work as a nurse, you don't work as a medical doctor, or you don't work as any other clinical job, but let's say you work in finance, you work in procurement, you work in estates, you work in facilities, or any other department apart from the clinical one, you should know that you can be able to claim and seek reimbursement of your IHS fees. Now, I'm saying this boldly because today money has just been deposited back into my account because I applied on the 2nd of April, and today, the 27th, I've been able to get money back, right? So it is possible for you to get a reimbursement of your IHS fees. So what is an IHS fee, you may be asking? So this is the immigration health surcharge fee that you pay when you're applying for a visa for you to have healthcare services when you are in the UK. So how this is calculated, there are different rates for different types of visas. Now, for the visa that I applied for, the time that I applied for, it was £624 per year. But you have to pay for the duration of your visa. So my visa is 5 years. So what you do is you multiply the fee multiply by 5, like for my visa. So you pay that in one go. You don't have to pay it on a yearly basis. You pay it in one go. But then if you work within NHS or in the health and care sector, even in a non-clinical job, you can be able to seek a refund of this money. I did that and it's possible. So what I'll do is I'll show you on the screen how you can be able to apply for this fee. Now, let me show you. So as you can see on my screen, you can just Google IHS Refund UK. So I'll click the first link. So it says get an immigration health surcharge refund if you work in health and care. Now they're saying who can get a refund. You may be able to get money back if you paid immigration health surcharge and you work in health and care. There are different ways to get money back depending on your visa and your job. So these are the two categories. If you have a tier 2 general visa and you are a medical professional or the clinical side of things that I was talking about, you are eligible for a refund. This one is given. You don't have to doubt this, it's given. But if you work in a non-clinical job, they're saying if you do not have a tier 2 visa or you work in another health and care role, you may, let's highlight may, you may be eligible for a refund. So let's check if you are eligible for a refund. So I think they've just talked about the very same things that we checked in the previous site. But then for you to check if you are eligible, because here they're talking about if you work in the medical side of things. But for you to check if you're eligible, you can go down here and then click start, because you have to put in some information for it to check if you are eligible. So let's start with the eligibility check. So has the applicant paid an immigration health surcharge for their current visa? The answer is yes. All right. So what type of visa does the applicant hold? So in this one, I hold the skilled worker visa, right? Great. So it says, is the applicant a qualified health professional? The answer is no, right? So on this one, the answer is no. I'm not a health professional. I work in the procurement, which is more of like administrative or support duty. So I'll say no. So it also gives you a list if you want to check the list of eligible professionals: nurses, midwives, social workers, paramedics, doctors, psychologists, pharmacists, and the like. Now, it's not like I wouldn't mention ophthalmic opticians when I said and the like. Anyway, you get it. So let's continue. So has the applicant had a job in health and social care? So this is very important. Let's read here. It says, for example, worked in a care home or worked for the NHS. This doesn't have to be in frontline care. This is the most important part. It could be working as a receptionist, which is more of like a support duty or an administrative duty, right? In NHS or care setting. So yes, I work in procurement, so I put yes. So it's saying, did the applicant work in the health and social care job for 6 months or more? Yes. When working in the health and social care job, Was the applicant working an average of 16 hours or more per week? The answer is yes. Great. So let's see if I'm eligible. So it says, based on the answers given, the applicant may be eligible for an immigration health surcharge reimbursement. Great. Let's continue and see how it goes. So the rest is just you filling in your information. Like, for example, here's myself. I put my name and then my date of birth. You guys want to know date of birth? That's date of birth. And then you put your insurance number. Once you put your insurance number, and then you have to use the IHS reference number that you used when you are applying initially. I had it in my email, so I just took that and then I put it here, and then you put your email. An email will be sent, and then yeah. So that's it, guys. The rest of the information will be personal information that you have to put in, and then they will tell you when you'll be able to get the refund. They'll send you an email and then they'll communicate. So for me, as I said, I applied on the 2nd of April and I've been able to get the refund on the 27th. So within 4 weeks, I'd say. Normally they said within 6 weeks. So I've been able to get the refund within um, 4 weeks. Now, let me put it this way: you don't get the whole refund of the whole money. No, you don't. But you get it in chunks. So you'll be paid for 6 months, right? So after 6 months, you can also apply for another refund. So, like for example, when I got paid for this amount, the one that I just got paid, they said you can be able to apply again in the next 6 months. So yes, you'll be able to get a refund, but you won't get the whole chunk of money. No, you will get a refund of 6 months. As time goes, you'll be getting a refund. You'll be getting a refund. So yeah, guys, I thought I'd just share this with you. So likely you work with NHS or in the health and care sector in an unclinical job, and maybe you paid for your IHS. I'll say this: you can be able to claim your money back, and they'll give it back to you. I hope you do find this video helpful. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.